much old money, know it's noodle like pasta. Just might cut the dread short and go Mad Max off shotters. We ain't got a workout plan, but for that weight feds watch us.
You are now tuned in to a new episode of This Is For The Cool. What I need y'all to do now is hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell.
You're now tuned in to This Is For The Cool, and like always, we got the latest sports news. So grab a chair, tune in, catch some of this great content. An anonymous member says that Zach LaVine has never won. If he's interested in winning, he'll do what's asked of him. I agree. For the simple fact, the attitude Zach walking around with, you would think he has won at least 2 rings. Minimum 1. To be honest, you would at least think he have made it to a Western Conference or Eastern Conference Finals. He's never been to none, neither. So you walking around with this attitude like you big dogging. Like, who you big dogging? You're not even winning with the Bulls. And the Bulls is horrible. Like, if you're gonna have this mentality, at least make the Bulls a competitive team. Y'all running around as a play-in team. Barely. Y'all barely make the play-in. Like, with the type of attitude you got, my boy, at least lose in the Eastern Conference. Like, at least do that much. You know, make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, bro. Before you try to be the player that you being. Like this, I don't have to listen to nobody. I can get into it with the coach type of mentality. Like, what? This is exactly why no team wants you, bro. Because you're doing nothing for the team and has the nerve to get into it with the coach. Like, any team that's out there shopping for a player gonna look past you without a doubt, because they're gonna be like, we are a team that can actually make it somewhere. If you're doing this on a team that has made it nowhere, why would we want you here? You're gonna bring greater problems to us. So no, we don't want you. Like, stay where you at, get released, because no one is gonna want you. Like, with this mentality, it's gonna be hard for you to find a home elsewhere on another team. No team in their right mind is gonna pick you up. You are looked at as a poised player. You are only gonna ruin the team. You are only gonna ruin the chemistry. The Jazz is afraid to keep Larry Markkanen because they feel like that may be too good by keeping him, and that can mess up their chances of drafting Cooper Flag. I get it. If y'all want to kind of like, you know, find a piece to build around, a younger piece to build around, it makes sense. I also feel y'all as far as being too good, because Larry Markkanen on that team, with the pieces y'all have and the pieces that y'all can possibly get in the near future, like, you know, trade deadline, that possibly would make y'all too good. To be honest with y'all, Larry Markkanen on the team y'all have now can possibly make y'all a playoff team, and that would ruin y'all chances of drafting a Cooper Flag. So I feel it, you know, but you gotta get rid of him. What y'all gonna do? Like, y'all gotta trade him somewhere. Y'all keep trying to trade him to the Warriors for Pods. They not finna give up Pods, bro. Pods is a nice young talent. They ain't trying to give him up. They already lost Clay. They need somebody to fill that spot, so they gonna keep Pods on top of Buddy Hield. Like, what are y'all thinking? Y'all gotta go for somebody else in order to make it work, to make it happen. And if y'all want the chance of drafting Cooper Flag, why are you going for Pods anyway? Like, you tripping. Like, make it realistic, man. Go ask for somebody to where they won't ruin y'all chances of acquiring a Cooper Flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all looking to tank, so just trade the man for draft picks or something, you know? Y'all don't have to get nobody good back in return, or somebody that's halfway decent, because y'all want to lose anyway. So trade them for a little of nothing. Jerami Grant re-signed with Portland, 5 years, $160 million. Get that money, my boy. One thing about Jerami Grant is he don't care about playing on a trash team. We done seen him with the Pistons and a couple other teams. Like, he don't mind it. Like, he looking like, at least I still get my play time on top of some cash. I know I'm not finna win no ring with Portland, but we could possibly get some pieces in the near future, or I could possibly get traded to a contending team mid-season or whatever the case may be. So let me sign on that dotted line, you know? Jerami Grant, a nice player. I like him. I really do like him. I've been hearing talks of him going to the Lakers, or the Lakers looking at him. The Spurs would have been another place where he could have went. To be honest, I like him if he went to Sacramento. But he say, forget that. I need this 160. I'm finna stay right here in Portland. Hey, I respect it. Evan Turner said PG has a history of not showing up, and that the media is the reason for his Philadelphia signing, and that he thinks Embiid would be injured and Paul will go missing. Actually, by calling Paul George Pauldo, like Waldo. Where's Waldo? Where's Pauldo? I think it's funny, man. That is funny. Calling him Pauldo. That's funny. But I don't want to fall in the category of people, you got people out here that say stuff like this. If you never played sports before, your input on sports don't mean nothing. Yeah, or stuff like that. I think that that's the dumbest thing you can say to somebody. Like, if somebody sit around and they watch sports for 20 plus years, you can't tell them that they don't have an input on sports, because they know things that you wouldn't know, and you have played in the league for multiple years. That sounds crazy to say, right? But it actually makes sense. It actually makes sense, because I'm not gonna lie, I watch people play and I'd be like, bro, do you watch film in practice, or do they not do that anymore? Because this man is coming down doing the same move that he has been doing for years. Prime example, Giannis, right? You got Giannis that'll drive to the rim, and once he gets to the rim, he's spinning. If y'all watching film, why y'all not in the place where he's going to spin to? Whether you can stop it or not, still be there. Y'all are not even there. Like, I get that it may be unstoppable, but if y'all not even going to be there to try to stop it, what are we watching? Are we watching film? Is we paying attention to this man? Is we reading the scouting report? What are we doing? I've never played an NBA a day of my life, but I still notice mistakes like that. Like, can we at least try to stop this? Because the man gonna keep doing it all game. He has no handles. Why we not pressuring the ball? Like, this is like simple things that people like me that never played in the NBA that can point out. So how is it that y'all play in the NBA for all these years and still don't let it like pop up in y'all brain? Like, you know what? Let me just get to that spot where I know he's trying to get to and see if I can stop this. No, y'all don't do it. Evan Turner, I respect everything you had to say, but at the end of the day, if he never shows up and still averaged 21 points per game for his career, what do you call what you did that only averaged, you didn't even average 10 points per game for your career. So what did you do? If he don't ever show up, do you just not attend? Do you don't suit up? Because I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Your most points per game in the season has been 17 points per game. So whereas Paul George was 28. So I'm kind of getting burnt out on hearing people that it's a difference when you in the NBA and you was in the NBA and you talk crazy about an NBA player when it's like your career was nothing like his. So how could you have the audacity to kind of like try to talk down on him? From your point of view, it should be I wish him the best, you know what I'm saying? I hope that they can stay healthy, you know, and blah, blah, blah. But instead it's like, y'all gotta find some type of way to throw salt on the man's name. Like, come on, bro, just be happy for the man. Be happy that he getting him a nice check, you know what I'm saying? Kill the narrative of, if you ain't never, then you shouldn't be able to. Let's not do that, bro. Let's not do that. I feel like it be the media that controls what people say or they output, because the whole, oh, they both always injured, it's not going to work thing. Come on, bro. People have good seasons to where they don't get injured. So if they go a season without being injured, then what that tell you? It sounds like they got a good chance of making it somewhere. I pray that they have, you know, a healthy season between the two. You know, I'm not gonna be like everybody else and try to manifest injuries over there, because I don't think that's cool. I pray that everything goes well health-wise for Embiid and PG, so we can see we can see where they can go with things. Put them in position to see how far they can go. Because if they are injured, are we seeing a true chance for them? No. We don't know what could happen if they both not on that floor. So I want to see what happens when they both on that floor. The same as Giannis and Dame. They both wasn't on that floor come playoff time. So we didn't get to see their true potential of what they can do together. I want to see the true potential. Unlike most of y'all, there's a certain player fan, so y'all only want to see that one player win and want to see that one player collect ring. I want to see great players be great. And Paul George, I don't care what nobody say, but Paul George is a great player. There's a lot of players y'all look up to that lack somewhere in their game. Paul George just got to stay healthy because he can pass, he can rebound, he can play defense, and he can score. He can do everything on that floor, and he has handles. He's not like most of these players that can rebound, score, and assist, but can't free themselves up because they can't dribble. Can't dribble at all. So Paul George have a complete package, and he's smooth with it. He get out there and he get to doing his thing. You be like, man, this dude nice. PG is nice. All that. He never shows up. Where's this talk at with James Harden? That's what kills me. I see y'all when James Harden name come up, I see y'all talking so highly of James Harden. Oh, James Harden, he could do this, he could do that. You know how many times James Harden didn't show up? Harden didn't show up when he was in Brooklyn and Kyrie went down. Where was Harden? Do we call Harden Hardo? Do we call James Harden Hardo? Where's Harden? Do we ever do that? No, we don't. So why we doing it to Paul George? See what I'm saying? It's multiple times where Harden didn't show up, but nobody hold Harden accountable for that. But whenever PG doesn't show up, we hold PG accountable for that. Well, that was it for this show. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about the topics I chose to talk about, whether y'all agree or disagree. See what I'm saying?
Back me, but sing along like it's a musical. It was so much shade I couldn't get light like the fuse was blue. Whoa, to ease the pain you gotta stray away. You can't believe if you don't think it's gonna be better days. I fuck her good, she coming